to infinity and Star Trek's beyond. You try and come up with something better with this many trailers coming out this close together. So yeah, today's going to be a little short and kind of sweet because this trailer was pretty short and I'm not going to call it sweet. I did not like this trailer. I did not care for it very much. It doesn't feel like a Star Trek movie. It feels like Fast and the Furious in space, which I know everybody and their mother is going to be saying this trailer makes the movie feel like Fast and the Furious in space, but there's a reason for that. It's being directed by Justin Lin, the guy who did the majority of the Fast and the Furious movies, and between the way this is edited together, the over-the-top action, the kind of cheesy jokes, and the fact that they chose, music that's arguably inappropriate, this doesn't feel like Star Trek. This feels like Fast and the Furious in space, and that's unfortunate because Fast and the Furious is fine. It's fun. I have nothing against Fast and the Furious, but Fast and the Furious is one thing. Star Trek is a completely different thing. Fast and the Furious is about family and over-the-top action and cars and big explosions and big muscular guys, while Star Trek is about exploration and deeper understandings and about themes of humanity and morals and things like that, morally right and wrong and things like that, deep complex thoughts. It's hard to really sum it all up. Exploration really does it the best. It's about exploring not the universe but ourselves, our species, who we are, who we want to be. That's what Star Trek is. It's just unfortunate to see it go from those really thought-provoking, deep things to Fast and the Furious. And I like Fast and the Furious. I really, truly do. But it just doesn't belong in Star Trek. Just as Star Trek doesn't belong in Fast and the Furious. Now, I will concede, we know nothing about the story from this little teaser. We know nothing about the characters. We have really no grasp of what's going on or what this movie's going to be about. All we know is there's going to be a lot of over-the-top action and some odd musical choices. That is all we know, so I could be wrong. This movie could be amazing. This could be the best Star Trek movie ever made. I'm just saying, from where I'm sitting right here, right now, having viewed this Star Trek trailer about 10 times now, I'm not particularly excited for it because it's not what I want from Star Trek. Now, there are other people out there that will probably be on the other side of this, and this is exactly what they want from Star Trek, that kind of hurt. Just like this trailer kind of did. Heyo! But it is very possible that there's an entire generation of filmgoers out there that want this from their Star Trek as opposed to the things that I want from my Star Trek. Your Wrath of Khans and whatnot. People probably want more Into Darkness these days, although that's a little sad because I consider Wrath of Khan one of the best sci-fi movies ever made, and Into Darkness to be an unmitigated piece of shit. But again, that's just me, and this is technically a generational divide we're talking about here, and that feels weird because that makes me, a 27-year-old, feel kind of old, that I'm now the guy that's not into the huge over-the-top action, and when I was a kid, I loved Star Trek, but I preferred Star Wars, and now as an adult, I like both for what they are, but if you were to say, hey, do you want to watch Star Trek or Star Wars? There's a good chance I'd want to watch Star Trek, depending on which movie it was or which TV show. If it's Enterprise, I'll always go Star Wars. But there's a lot of Star Trek that I would choose to watch over Star Wars. But I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I'm just saying that it's just weird to be on the other side of this fence now, and I don't even know what I'm saying. I've completely entered into ranting territory. Because Star Trek does have a special place in my heart. Again, this movie's not for that place in my heart. It's for other people's places in their hearts. But I just don't see why we need to make our movies like that. Why can't we make another Star Trek Wrath of Khan that just appeals to everybody? How many people watch Wrath of Khan and say that's a bad movie? Not many. I'm not saying that they don't exist, but not many. How many people watch Star Trek Into Darkness and go, that's a pretty bad movie? A lot of them. Just saying. Those are things to consider. And I think I'm going to have to wrap this up here because I'm getting on to 5 minutes. This trailer does not excite me, but I could be completely wrong and this movie could be awesome. Or it could just not be for me. I don't know why I kept repeating all that. Whatever. I'm out. Bye-bye.